Hello, everybody. One second here. There we go. Hey, I hope you guys are doing well. To begin, thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Dan C. Bearded. This show is every Wednesday night, no matter what, as you guys can tell, even different situations, and we give advice on beards. Now, normally, my beautiful and amazing wife, Sam C., is with me, and we tried to make it work as of a no sound. We still no sound in here. All right. Are we good, guys? Do we have sound over there? Let me check. Okay, all right. I think we're good on sound. But normally we have Sam C with us, my wife. But we, as of a couple of hours ago, we figured out we just were not going to be able to make it work today with the kids, with the camper, with this situation. So, unfortunately, it's just going to be me tonight. With that said, I need you guys and girls in the chat to help out and pick up the slack on the advice. We like to give advice with what I call kind of a positivity sandwich. We want to be positive. We want to be genuine. We don't ever want to lie. We don't ever want to lead someone astray, but we want to give them praise, give them some constructive criticism if they're looking for it, if it's needed, and then also, again, finish with some praise here. So as long as it's from like a genuine place, we're good. And again, if you're just coming in, no Sam C tonight. We weren't able to swing it, unfortunately. And I would like to say hello to everybody as you guys hit that thumbs up in the chat. In the stream, the chat works too. In the stream would be great. Justin, William, JP, Dynamite, Ruben, John, William, Alex, Josh, Greg. Who else we got in here? Warren, Jeff, Garden State. Hope your daughter's doing well, man. Gaming with the boy, Nano. Ooh, Nano, new picture. Nice, man. True North, Chris, Bearded Jedi, Mike. Who else we got in here? Tim, Jordan, Caleb, Robert, Diablo, Mike L, Dave and Diane, Whisker and Whiskey Jim. Who else we got in here? I think I saw Mark Brown is in here. Josh, Brad, Buffy. If there's anybody I missed, I apologize. Hey, Doug, welcome, man. Jose, Nolan, Ken, Corey, Evans. Welcome, guys. So, how tonight's going to work is we are going to go through. We actually have quite a few. I think we have 9 different entries today of people that are either giving updates or looking for advice on their beard. And I would like for you guys to help out. Now, normally on Wednesdays, we're in the studio. It's me and my wife, Sam C., as you guys saw in the thumbnail. But today, we just couldn't make it work. Normally, we do catching up with the commands, and we do try something new with the commands. We're not doing that, so kind of doing a little throwback. I live next to. Oh man, Randall, I didn't know that. Oh, hey, yeah, you guys are over there. New era. Yeah, we had a great day in Lewis Farms, man. I'll talk about that today. But what we are going to do is I would like you guys to share if you have a snack or a drink in what you guys have on. And gaming, I'm going to hit that question in just a second here, man. I love that. All right. Also, though, what are you guys snacking on? What are you sipping on? I am going with some of my favorite jerky of all time, of absolutely all time. It is called the Dearborn brand of meats. And then the jerky is Classic Hunter Sausage Hot. This stuff is made in Dearborn, Michigan, and it is so dang good. Dearborn meats, Classic Hunter Sausage Hot. My goodness, is this good. Now, I was drinking water all day. I did not have any Mountain Dew up until this point. At least I remember. Until this point. But I am indulging with this little baby Mountain Dew. So I will be going with this one. Never seen the stream live. Yeah, man, we make it happen, Mr. Luna. Good to see you, dude. Hope you and the family are doing well. We make it happen. So I am camping. I'm not missing these streams, guys. I love them. I need them. I hope you guys enjoy them. And anyway, I even bought special Wi-Fi for my truck. I'm the only one that has this Wi-Fi to be able to go live from. And I did bust out the headphones because you guys are making fun of, for whatever reason, my iPhone mic makes it sound like I have a lisp. And when I use the headset, it seems a little bit more accurate. It's not the greatest quality audio. I understand that. But it makes it a little bit more accurate. And I think I saw Liz in here. Shout out to Sam. And Liz, I thought of you today. We drove by the Big Boy up here in Ludington, and it's closed, just like so many other Big Boys that are out there. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I do, as long as you're still there. I know you manage and kill it with your big boy. But up here, everything's like a ghost town of it. So Dan, going from Baby Sprite to Baby Mountain Dew, yeah, Jordan, I didn't even think about that. This is like the bottled version of Baby Mountain Dew, and man, yeah, it's so good. Dinner, yeah, we've been. I hope you guys have been following the Instagram stories. I've been just crushing it on the Blackstone, crushing it. Okay, so gaming with the boy, great question here. Uh, who's a big boy? So Big Boy is a restaurant. Is a restaurant that we have around here, and it's like a breakfast buffet. It's got all the is. Have you guys had Big Boys by you? But most of them have been closing. Uh, I've seen not. I'll take that back. I don't know if most of them have. I've just noticed a lot of Big Boys have been closing. And Liz says, "Good news." She said, "Ludington will be back. When they do, I'll be there to help." Oh snap! No way. Keep us posted, Liz. We come up to Ludington in this area quite a bit. Yep, quite a bit. Guys, shout out to my mother-in-law, Gigi. She says, I need some positive vibes going to vascular surgeon tomorrow. We got you, Gigi. You're going to have nothing but good news. Yeah, nothing but good news. Shoney's, yeah, Shoney's is very much like a big boy. Yeah, very, very much like a big boy. Okay, so Dan B said they had one, but it went out of business decades ago. Okay. Yeah, so Big Boy, it's known for like this big statue that it has. So that's what we have here. All right. But for submitting to this one, oh, Big Boys with the Fat Chef statue, exactly, Leo. He is known for the statue. He's got a big old belly, but it looks like a kid. Right? It's like a young boy that they have. Oh, Mark, congrats, man, on your giveaway win. But how you get involved with this show is you're going to send in an email to, let me get this up down at the bottom scrolling, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. It's in the description. It's also scrolling at the bottom right now, and it's pinned in the chat. Nobody should be able to miss that. And it is too late to be on tonight. I do have to set up a show. You guys will see. It's boom, boom. It does take a little bit of work to get everything in, so it's impossible to be able to do that in real time. Yeah, in real time. So send in to beardadvicelive@gmail.com, and you will be on the show next week. We'll be in the studio. Sam will be here. It will be a normal show for next week. And Gigi, you are correct. Deborah says someone stole the one in Grand Blanc. Yeah, it was a senior prank, but I believe they got it back, if I remember correctly. And I actually, Liz would probably get a kick out of this. I actually saw a Big Boy statue that was for sale on Facebook Marketplace from this like spot. It's actually in northern Michigan, where they had like a graveyard of like old restaurant statues and memorabilia. It was kind of freaky. They had some like circus rides and different stuff. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But as you guys come in, if you don't mind, about half of you have not yet already, whether you forgot or you chose not to, that's okay. But if you don't mind, as you guys come in, hit that thumbs up on the YouTube video. I am camping. If you are not here earlier on Monday for Command's Corner, I am camping in Ludington, Michigan. I'm having a great time. The kids are in bed. Sam is in bed right now, but I'm here with you guys, and I love it, man. Absolutely love it. And if you do have a question, like Matt has one right here, I am going to star that question. We have a halftime segment of the show where I go through all the questions that you guys have. And so we will get that one. The small statues get stolen all the time as pranks. I think it's, yeah, Liz, I could see that had become a thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, absolutely. So can we still ask, or does it need to go through the channel so you can see what beard we have? And oh, yeah, reach out anytime, man. So I give beard advice literally every single day. I love what I do. But I was talking to someone about it. Actually, it's True North, Chris in the chat. I don't think most people know what it's like to work every single day of your life on something, and not just like a message here or there, but like actual hours, whether it's vacation, whether it's holidays, whether it's sickness, whether it's anything. Yeah, anything. I I'm working every day. And I literally wouldn't want it any other way. I don't say that like it's in a like a burden or like a bad way. I love what I do. Absolutely love what genuinely. I would go crazy if I had a day without it. I just love it. I have this show where people send in, we give advice. You guys are going to see it, but I give so much more advice when people reach out through email, when they reach out through Instagram. If you don't feel comfortable being on the show, or you can't wait until next Wednesday, please send me a message, send me the pictures. I'll give you all the advice that I can possibly give. The benefit of this show, though, you guys, is you get the feedback of the community. And I do mean that. I help when Sam's on here, she helps. But every single week, there's things where I'm like, oh, great point. I didn't think about that. Oh, wonderful point. I forgot. That's a wonderful thing to point out. So I do recommend this show over just my individual advice because I do believe the community gives us a better perspective. I don't think that anybody should just listen to me. I think you should listen to all perspectives and then make up your mind for yourself. There is no gospel, there is no king, there's no anything like that. The more opinions, the better. And I think that goes for reviews. I think that goes for advice. I think that goes for perspective. You don't have to listen to everybody. You don't have to take the advice, but at least processing it and kind of putting it all together, I think the more people, the better. And the good information will rise to the top, right? And so I do believe that having people that would send into the show is more beneficial than just talking to me one-on-one. However, I do take a lot of pride in my advice, and I think it's perfectly fine to reach out. And Gaming with the Boy says, yeah, I've been emailing you about my beard. Keep it up, man. I have absolutely no problem with that. Yeah, no problem with that. My subscription ends on 8/5, but I'm definitely renewing it. Hey, thank you, man. Look at that new picture there. That looks cool. Looks really, really, really cool. Geez, Dan, how can you have a life? I'm seriously kidding though. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and give us an update on how your daughter's doing, Garden State, for sure. Dan is the glue. Got to stick together. Ooh, I love that. I love that, man. Yeah, that's great. To be honest, you're the only one when you say Google Beard stuff that's actively posting, and so far your stuff has been helpful. There's a lot of good people out there for sure, but I do take pride in my I don't know, consistency, I guess would be the best way that I would say. I do take pride in the consistency. It's great hearing everyone's personal opinions and advice. I agree, Jeff. I really mean that. Yep. And Garden State's daughter is stitched up and resting now, very sore. I appreciate you asking, man. All of the evidence over to the police. Good. And Jordan Jones says, completely agree. The more perspectives, the better. Not all beards are the same, and everyone has been in the same stages and ruts before. So true. And so I do mean that, man. If you're gonna get advice, more people, the better, you guys. And I love seeing other reviewers. I love seeing other routines. I love seeing other preferences. It just helps me out as well. So that's why I love this show. And Leo says, Bob's Big Boy started in Glendale, California, but now HQ is in Southfield, Michigan. Interesting. Okay, 66 in the U.S. Okay, so more than one estate. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. I also, Ruben says, I also take pride in recommending this channel to anyone. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. For sure. And I know you'll get to it at halftime segment. Got you, Josh. I'll put that in there for sure. Hey, what's going on, man? About your channel, Jay Cruz, and he subscribed to him, Fable. Oh, awesome, Robert. Good to see you, man. He said, just tuning in. I mentioned my coworker. Very cool, man. Thank you. Thank you for having him subscribe here. That is awesome. A perfect beard is an imperfect beard. Yeah, I don't think there is a perfect beard out there. I agree fully. I truly agree. The beauty is in the variety. So yeah, no doubt. Hey, what's up, Marcus? We're up in Ludington, so not far from where you guys were last week. Not far from where you were. All right. So again, guys, I might be snacking as the stream goes on. It's hard, to be honest. It's hard to snack when you are by yourself because I don't like dead air. I don't like just sitting there and letting, other than when I'm doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? So I might not be snacking too much, but I do have some snacks with me. Too. Yeah, absolutely. For sure, Alex. I like growing bonsai as well as facial hair. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Oh, and growing. Liz, really? Big boys we're having more? I would have thought it was on the negative. Thank you for educating me. See, that's why I like having you guys here. I would have thought that big boy was going down in numbers. But that's great. Walter is out with his cousins. He says hello to everyone. Oh, thank you for coming in, Erica. Shout out to Walter too, man. Awesome. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you. How are you eating that if you're not a fan of hot stuff? Oh, I am a fan of hot stuff. I just retired from crazy hot stuff. No, I if I can have spicy, I'm gonna take spicy almost everything. I am a big fan of spicy. So yeah, man, for sure. Whatever you got in beer tonight is making it extra healthy. Thank you, man. This is a blend that I am testing. So it's not something I can talk about yet, but it's a blend that I am testing here. Beautiful. All right. Oh, yeah, catching up with the commands. Today, we went to this really cool place. If anybody is around the Ludington, Muskegon area of Michigan, or you can make a trip, Lewis Farms. It's Lewis Adventure Farms and Zoo is so worth it. If you have kids, and even if you don't, it is the coolest place you could ever imagine. They have a apple launching like range where you have the apple cannons and just boom, they go crazy. They have a paintball range. They have a splash pad. They have a zoo that has camels, alpacas, peacocks, tortoise, multiple sloths. It has all crazy tarantulas and snakes, and uh, I'm missing all the cool stuff. A ton of really really cool unique animals. It has different blobs that you can bounce on. It's got great food, unbelievable food. It's got a corn pit that has millions and millions of kernels of corn that you can dig in and jump, and they got slides. It's got like a ropes course. It's got everything, man. If you guys ever get a chance, it's in, yeah, exactly, Randall, right. It's in New Era, Michigan. Lewis Farms. So keep that in mind. Guys, such a dang cool place. And thank you, Lana. Says, wondering if everybody remembered to hit that like button on the front door. Thank you so much. Jose, hats should be ready and available in about 2 weeks or less. So 2 weeks or less. Stay tuned, guys. We will make sure we get you guys going. What's up, Chris? We will make sure we get that information that's out there. And your kids are definitely living the best life, man. We try. We are really, really into memories. Things are cool, right? I'm not going to lie. I like things. But memories with their family, memories of enjoying their time with their family is so important. Yeah, so important. Beauty and the Beard, am I open right now? It's not. We are on that vacation, camping, whatever you want to call it. So it will be open starting probably Monday. Sam will open it back up. So pretty soon here. So that was today. Tomorrow we are going hiking on a state park trail. Very excited. And we'll probably do some dune rides later in the week. We got a few things going on, man. So it's been a really good trip. Nice and relaxing. It is the most like tight quarters a family can have, other than a smaller RV or a tent. And we just spend the whole time together, man. It's awesome. I get to do this, which is really cool, but they're sleeping, so I'm not missing family time there. You can even see people playing cornhole behind me, guys. So yeah, it's real deal camping out here. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get into the advice on this one. And please give your feedback as well. If you see something that you can point out that will be beneficial as far as advice with your opinion, just make sure it's respectful. And we want to make sure we're helping everybody out. Awesome. So let's get this party started here. Starting off with Josh. He says, my mustache is starting to curl, and it gets in my mouth, especially when I'm eating, and I end up biting a chunk out. I've used heat on it every morning and night, and it still curls. I know you like the idea of a full mustache, and so do I, but I'm wondering, should I trim or invest in mustache wax? P.S. Pay no attention to the Christmas ball pimple on my nose. Okay, we definitely will not look at the thing you told us to look at. That is for sure. Lorenzo Lornor, I've starred your question. And Marcus says, I love the upgrades that Duck Creek had. We had a quad buddy site. Oh, I saw those ones. That is really cool. Now, Marcus, that one was a little bit too like sandy and dirt filled for me in the back there, and not enough tree. Oh yeah, they had trees. But I saw those sites where they're all at different angles. That was really cool. So I hope that they get those just cleaned up a little bit more. What's up, Sasquatch? How you doing, man? All right, let's take a look at Josh. He essentially is saying his mustache is curling into his mouth. He needs some advice. He needs some help. What can we do for this man? And it's going to start progressively getting darker, guys. So just kind of hang with me on this one, and we'll keep this party going. All right, awesome. Josh, thank you for sending in, man. So if you guys have feedback or advice for Josh on his mustache that is curling into his mouth, let him know in the chat here. Josh, I think this is very, very simple. If you want your mustache to stop curling into your mouth with the one you have here, and how do you still have daylight? I'm in Michigan. I don't know. That's the best way to put it. We still have a little bit of that, what is it, dawn? A little bit of the dawn coming through. But what I would say, Josh, is that you are trimming or buzzing the middle of your mustache, right? From your nose down, you are trimming. On the outside here, on your outside here, it's longer. Number one, I would recommend trimming your mustache evenly. If you want to go bigger, you got to go bigger in the middle as well. If not, you got to trim this side. For my advice, for my perspective, Mark is right there with me. He says, grow the middle longer. Yeah, man, absolutely. Really, that's first and foremost before we can even talk about the styling, the wax, the heat, anything like that. I really, really would recommend growing that longer and then using heat from a heated brush to do that lazy walrus and start training it out to the side. I think that's going to make a big difference, but I'm not a fan of short, 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 and then long, long on that side. So right now, I would trim here along the lip, let it grow back in even, and then either keep it all shorter or grow it all longer. And then you can start working on the wax. You can get advice from Brian. You can see his mustache there. I've been focusing on the cold shot after heat. It keeps it style better. Oh, yeah. It locks it in place for sure. It really, really does. So I think that would be a really nice one. And Ruben says, so I found using a blow dryer with a number 2 comb to the sides doesn't really get it in my mouth. I haven't trimmed my mustache. Yeah, man, training it with heat, you really don't need wax to be able to keep it out of your mouth. That really can make a really, really nice difference. And Brian has not trimmed his mustache in 2 years. Wow. That's some real commitment, man. Yeah, really, really good commitment there. Robert says, I don't like when it goes over my lips, so I know what he's doing there. But that's the key thing, is if you learn how to train it, right? If you learn how to get it going to the side, it doesn't go over your lips. It just goes off to the side there, and it's a much, much better process than trying to kind of battle it and fight it. And of course, mustache wax will work. You just got to kind of get used to that feeling of mustache wax because it is a little bit interesting, I would say is the best way to put it. So Josh, really simple one there. Actually, Josh sent in later, but I want to start off with it because I think it's very, very simple. Is trim it even for now, let it grow out, and then a heated brush will change the game for you. Yeah, Robert, heat to the side. And if you guys want to look it up, the video is Dancy Bearded Lazy Walrus. It's going to show you guys how I style my mustache, and it can make all the difference in the world for you. But beard's looking great, man, and dial in those mustache tweaks, and I think it will work out. Darian said, I used wax till I came across this channel. The go-to has saved me so much effort with the mustache and the sides. So, dude, yes, all of that above. When you learn how to use a quality heated brush, it changes your mustache and it changes the sides of your beard. They are such good tools, man. Such good tools. It really, really is. Yeah, absolutely. And Christopher says, don't cut it. If you have to trim it out of your mouth, cut an upside down V shape. It'll give extra length sooner on your lip and train the heat and wax. Okay, good feedback, guys. Good feedback. Kyle says, sorry, a little late. It's been a long, stressful day. Gets better when I watch stream. Hey, we're here for you, man. Let's forget about those stresses. Let's enjoy our time. And sorry, Sam C can't be here tonight, guys, but she will be back next week. What do they say? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. So hopefully you guys will miss her and be excited to have her back. All right. Now we got LT says, hello, beautiful couple. Just me tonight, but yes. I would like to be on the next Beard Advice Live this coming Wednesday. A real quick question here from Russ. Can you train direction without heat? Not with any length. No, not really. It's no. Again, I can't really just say that. As you get the help of gravity, it can help a little bit on parts of your beard, but a mustache, not really. No, unfortunately. I wish, but unfortunately, no. LT says, here are 2 photos of my beard. One with the black t-shirt that touches my neck well, and the other is with the same t-shirt, but which is lowered a little so that we can see the transparency through my neck. Okay, that makes sense. My question, do I need a transparency trim or should I let it grow? I know I made a transparency trim just 30 days ago. P.S. I wish I could grow 14 months without any trimming, and then I would keep this length. Of course, I don't have too much transparency. Okay, so pretty simple here, guys, from LT. He would like to know if he is ready for a transparency trim or not. He just did one 30 days ago, so keep that in mind here as we get ready for the pictures. All right, so taking a look, and again, he's like, I have a black shirt on that fits well, and I'm going to pull it down so you guys can see the transparency here. All right, let us know in the thoughts in the chat. Actually, let's do a poll. All right, let's, my guy, you still camping? Yep, we are camping for a full week, you guys. All right, trim. Not yet. All right, so there is a poll in the chat. I want to hear your guys' thoughts before I give my perspective on this one. I think this is kind of cool because I don't want to be able to influence or persuade you guys. Yeah, that red Dynamo, right, man, that red color is just killer. Absolutely killer, man. Uh, so true. And excited to see you on the show later tonight as well. All right. So drop a poll, a answer in the poll here. He is simply saying, do I need a transparency trim? What do you guys think? Keep in mind, he just did one 30 days ago. 30 days ago on this trim here. So it looks like the poll is overwhelmingly on the side of not yet. And we're around 40 votes right now, which is a good sample size, right? And we're talking 85% to 15%. And there is a difference, right? We see this little swoop-de-doop right here because of the transparency underneath it. And then here we see it nice and rounded on the bottom. And maybe if you look real close on that one. So LT, I think we have two options. Hey, Butch, I think we have two options here. Hey, Robert, if anybody said hello and I did not say it back to you guys, I apologize. I'm not ignoring anybody, truly. I just didn't see it. Our options would be to go with this. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So your lowest point should be right here and then base it off of that, right? And that's going to be significant. I mean, we're talking a good inch and a half off. Or the swoop-de-doop, we leave it right here rounded. I am going to strongly agree with the poll, which we have about 50 votes in, and they are saying, no, it is not time to trim yet. I agree. I think that you probably have your shirts dialed in for the style and color and fit that you want. I would not have it on, I would not make that transparency trim yet. And Christopher Longbeard said, try to style it downward. So, and again, this is why I love this, guys. Keep sharing that personal feedback. I disagree on this one. I think at his length and at his shape, I think you leave it wide. I think you leave it with the volume. I think if you try to style it down to kind of cover up that transparency, you're losing the balance of the beard. You're losing the shaping that really fits your face very well. So I would not change the direction of the shape of your beard with the styling. Now, again, that is just simply my personal perspective and opinion there. There's no right or wrong on that one. But I agree with Brian. I like the blowout. I like getting it bigger, getting that volume. You guys know I am the biggest on balance. I think balance is as big of an aspect of a beard as anything else that's out there. And Leo says, you're ready when it looks like you're ready. To me, 30 days seems a long time. You only have a few long hairs standing out, so not yet. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. LT, I hope that helps you out, man. All right, Jason G says, love the blowout. Same here. It's one of my favorite ways to style a beard, easily. Yep. Yeah, for sure, Jeff. I agree. All right, next one is Charles S. Short one here. I was wondering if or what shape I should get. Okay, so essentially he's saying, hey, guys, take a look at my beard. Do you think I have a shape that I should be going for? Should I ride it out? What do you guys think on the beard here? So here's Charles. Awesome, man. And I'm going to sprinkle in just some general advice as well, since you sent into the show. As far as the shape, there's nothing I would change or necessarily go for right now. I would continue to grow. If you're asking about a shape, I would think that you're trying to go bigger. And Charles, if you're in the chat and you want to add in any information, please do. But as of right now, there's nothing I would say, oh man, change this, go to this, go there. I think it looks great. And it does kind of already have that Kratos type style where it is the God of War, that angular beard. I think you have that down. And if you want to continue to dial that in, I think that could be very helpful for you too. And the only things that I will add on, Charles, are it looks like you're in between on your cheek line. I would bet that before you went to this line right here and then you've been growing it out or you just haven't trimmed, I would continue to raise that cheek line. Maybe find a happy medium where you're going. I always like to think about it like this. Go from the corner of your ear to the side of your mouth, right where your lips meet at that corner. Try to make that imaginary line. I think that's a really, really good one for you. And I agree fully here with, I saw somebody say it, Sasquatch right here. I agree fully with Sasquatch. I would fade those sideburns. I would go with that angle. Look at right here. Cut that ear, that sideburn angle right here, all the way to that corner of the mouth. Cut that angle off, and then fade this area. So it's going to go from a longer beard really, really nicely into the shorter head hair. And that is one of my favorite aspects of a beard. So really focus on that line. Maybe clean everything up above where you have the corner of the ear to the corner of the mouth. Clean everything up above, clean it up above that. But other than that, man, it looks really good. You got great texture, great color. That's a wonderful beard, man. A really, really, really wonderful beard. So yeah, just continue. No major changes or anything. Got me some home beef stew. Ooh, I love beef stew. Yeah, love beef stew. And Butch says you can also adjust shape by cutting in round or shape on the cheek. True, absolutely true. Yep, I'm just the more and more I do this, guys, the more and more beards I see. I'm a real big fan of that angle right here, especially when someone has a short hairdo or they're bald and bearded, and it looks like you have hair over the ear. I would trim that up as well. Yeah, I would trim that up as well too. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Beautiful. Awesome, Charles. Thanks for sending in, man. All right, here's Breckett. Back at it again after another month. Just looking for general feedback of how my beard attempt is going in your guys' eyes. Reminder, I'm only 20. Is it time for a shape up or anything? Should I leave it be for now? Hey, welcome, Donald. One more question. How big do you think this beard can get if I keep going? I got to say and make sure my Malcolm in the Middle looks stay in the past. We'll try to tune in during my break at work. Appreciate you guys and the entire beard community. Awesome. All right, so let's take a look here, guys. He pretty much the same thing of our last two combined. Does he need to go for a certain shape? Does he need a trim? Should he let it be? And then how big are you going with this one? All right. How big are you going with this one? All right, here's Brecken, guys. Been on the show many times. Love having him on. All right, so first things first. I'm the realist. I'm just kidding. All right, so first things first here, he says, is it time for a shape up or anything? No. I can't even imagine where we would have any advice or any kind of shape up. Nothing like that at all. Let's see, does this make a difference? Is that brighter? Not really. I was trying to turn on other lights. I can't, unless you guys have any advice in the chat here, I can't imagine any spot on the beard where we would adjust or trim. So continue to go. Yeah, continue to go on this one. And I love the styling. I love every bit about it, guys. It looks really, really nice. And then he says, how big do you think this beard can go? Dude, I don't see any restrictions to your beard growth. I have no concept of where it would stop or any reason for it to slow down. I think as big as you want to take that, as long as you're going to grow it for several years, you're going to be doing really well. Yeah, really, 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 really well. So, man, looks really good, dude. Brecken, keep it up, dude. Love it. Love the beard. All right. So, yes, I can't say the first thing without saying, I know, man, it's so bad. I cannot say first things first without saying the realist. I did it like yesterday, and Sam was like, did you really just drop? I don't even know who that is. First thing first, I'm the realist. It's Iggy, right? Iggy Azalea. It's so, yeah, I can't do it. He's got daylight. I got a little bit of daylight. Yeah, little bit of daylight out here. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy, for sure. Christopher says a few more inches at least before even a transparency trim, 5-6 inches at least before it get noticeably thins. Yeah, and it's in everybody's is different, right? We don't know how something can progress, but your neckline is almost always the number one source of transparency. You have to have that supporting actor behind it, the supporting actors, right? Let me go plural on that, to give it the density, to give it that thickness. And I don't see any indicators of your neckline having any issues. Now, I don't see it from underneath right now, of course, but I think it's gonna look fantastic. Just keep it growing, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I agree. I can easily see at least 5-6 inches on your beard before we have any kind of split or transparency. Looks good, dude. Really, really good. All right, here's Randall. After this one, guys, we will have a halftime segment for your questions. And this is just kind of like a journey, kind of like a lesson. We have a couple of these tonight. And this is Mr. Wu-Tang, if you are familiar with my guy. And he said, Let me get my mustache ready here. I started my year journey on July 28th, 2000, and he's handsome. Hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? We know that. He says July 28th, 2021. With a trim back to about 2 inches of growth, and at around 10 months into it, I had noticed that my growth was really lacking behind my brothers, RGT 5000, aka Ron. You guys probably know both of them by now. Hey, Evan. Hey, Mark. And he says, I was disappointed and decided to change my goal to a 2-year in order to really give my beard a chance. My right cheek has a patch of hair that turned gray earlier than the other hair. That patch of texture is finer and softer, and it also grows slower than my left cheek. Interesting. I sleep with a fan on my right side. I am a side sleeper. I didn't get a quality comb until a year in. I only use heat about 6 times a year. The rest of my wash, strip, condition, oil, balm, butter routine is pretty solid. My water intake is consistently abysmal. My most hydration through soda pop and tonic water. I had a few hairs that showed the possibilities of my beard's potential, but mostly I ended up with a personally disappointing average 8-inch beard after 2 years. On Friday, July 28th, 2023, my 2-year anniversary, I got a trim, brought it back to a very even 5-ish inches. I liked the trim. It was badly needed. All pictures were taken on July 28th. Things I learned: number one, I definitely don't grow hair as fast as my brother. Number two, and most importantly, that's okay. So we're going to show pictures here, but essentially Randall is saying, hey, man, I was watching other people. I was judging other people based on their beard, based on their journey. I needed to realize I have different factors that may have factored into me not growing the same way. I don't drink enough water. I didn't have a comb that was good early on. I don't sleep the right way. And that's okay. It's his beard. It's his result, his journey. And he's just trying to say to everybody, on this channel, we talk about the best practices. On this channel, we talk about what you can do. Hey, Seth, what you can do to have the best beard possible. But if you don't do those things, or it's not possible to have those things, it's okay. You still have a beard. You still are rocking it. And so I love that, man. It's so important. On the flip side, though, if you do want better growth, drink more water. If you do want more even growth, sleep on your back or switch sides. It's right. All those things we talk about are actually true that you see in this journey here. However, it's absolutely awesome. All right, so this is where Randall was at with his 2-year. In the middle here, he showed just a little bit of a different view of it, and unevenness, a little bit of transparency on these different things. And then over here, the finished product, mwah, chef's kiss, perfect, balanced. Love it, man. Absolutely love it here. Look at the color variation too. So cool. That's true salt and pepper. A little bit more salt than pepper. But man, this is amazing. And this dude is such a cool dude. He's another like epitome of the beard community. If you guys were to meet Randall and you didn't know the beard community, if it was some stranger, you may think that he's intimidating. He's a big dude, big beard, tatted up, like strong, doesn't smile all the time. But this dude is so nice, so good with kids, so welcoming, so willing to help anybody, absolutely breaks any kind of negative stereotype, is fantastic working in schools with kids, just a great dude, great beard, of course, but an even better dude. So Randall, man, thank you for sharing that journey. And I do believe that last part that you shared all that information, that last part that you put, it's okay, is so true. We are our worst critics. We beat ourselves up. We need to be our own cheerleaders, right? We need to be our own cheerleaders. And yeah, absolutely, man. If anybody's curious, I have a video. If you want to look up uneven beard growth, I go over it on this video. Essentially, if you sleep on the side of a face, what's happening is for however long you're sleeping, you are restricting blood flow because of those blood vessels are getting constricted. They're not getting the nutrients to the source where they need to go. And so if you sleep on that same side every single night, your other side of your beard is getting 5, 6, 7, 8 hours more nutrients as compared to your sleeping side. And it may not be a big deal for a night, for a week, for a month. But if we're talking month after month, year after year, you're going to start to really see a difference on your beard if you keep sleeping on that same side. And so it absolutely can and will impact the evenness of your beard. And I agree with Leo here. He says, excellent beard and look, maintain it there. Agreed fully. And the color and style are just amazing. The texture, everything, dude, killing it. What's up, Los? Welcome in, man. Yeah, and we know, I think most people know, sleeping on your back is the best method, right? For your beard, for your health. There's a lot of benefits to that, but it's not easy to do. Not all of us do that. Thank you, Doug. Doug linked that one on the video, or linked the video on the sleep. But if you switch sides, like Michael or Kyle, that's fine. That's a better way than sleeping on the same side. What if you have to sleep on one side over the other due to a medical condition? Kind of like Randall was saying here. Sorry, guys, plug that back in. Kind of like Randall is saying here, you just, if it's a medical condition, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. You got to try your best and make the most out of it. So, yeah. What do you say to use to sleep for your beard? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, John. Is it the silk pillowcases? I do recommend silk pillowcases. And Randall says medical for me. There you go. Yeah, and I know sleep apnea machines can play a part. I don't know a whole lot about that. My Facebook group has a couple of really good discussions about those devices. You can go into my Commands Corner Facebook group, search CPAP in the little search bar. You'll find some great threads. I do know and I'm not saying this is your medical condition or anybody else's medical condition, just in general for sleeping. There is one that's called like the nose pillow. And I guess that one is pretty beneficial in that you don't have to sleep on a side. And again, I don't know anything about that more than that. Here's Marcus says, I was always a side sleeper until I got my CPAP. So much easier sleeping on my back now. There you go. And I do know a lot of people like the nose pillow and pillow. Yep. And that, pillow. Yeah. Silk pillowcases for sure. Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Okay. Yeah. And I know there's a lot of people. Yep. Sleep. It's the nose pillow CPAP machine. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jason. Yep. I am camping with my family. So I am out in the truck while they're in the trailer sleeping and camping, glamping, whatever you guys want to make fun of. You know the deal. All right. Let's go ahead and check out our halftime segment. So if you guys have beard questions, camping questions, family questions, father questions, teaching, coaching, content, this is the time to drop them. Matt says, do you still enjoy the Bearded Mac products? Oh, big time. Big time, man. Yeah, 100%, Matt. I love the Bearded Mac products. Absolutely love them. One of my favorite companies I've ever used. Josh wants to know, how do you stay consistent with your beard? I enjoy my beard. I enjoy my beard routine. Getting ready in the morning, getting ready at night is not an issue. It is something that I really, really love. I say this all the time, and I think people think it's cheesy or corny or exaggerated. It's not. My therapy is my beard routine. I get that time to myself. I get that time to build my confidence, to build my looks for the day. It's quiet. It's alone. I love my family, but I do love that 5 to 10 minutes of my beard time of just getting ready. If I factor in the shower, half an hour, 45 minutes, I put on a podcast, I relax. I have and obviously I have a unique position with this being my career, being a huge part of my life. I've never struggled with consistency of my beard. So how long does it usually take? That's a great question. If it's just strictly talking about my beard out of the shower, 5 to 10 minutes. It's not very long. From start to finish, brushing my teeth to walking out of the door, 45 minutes at most. Yeah, so 45 minutes at most is my time, and I really do love my routine. Man, I really, really do. It's not an issue for me. Russ, I do. I have a couple of videos on camping routines. So if you want to look up Dancy Bearded Camping, I have 2 different videos, one from a trailer and then one from just like in general. And I think that will help out a lot too, for sure. It is definitely beneficial to know. I would say my advice on a camping routine is simple is better. Keep it simple, guys. Go unscented if possible. Do a beard wash, do a beard oil, maybe a liquid butter, and then you're good to go. You don't need to get conditioner. You don't need to get wax. You don't need to get balm. Simple is better. Yep, it really, really is. Simple is better. All right, and a ton of questions, guys. Keep them coming. Great time for these questions. When going for a business beard, and so I do have to be fair. I don't like the term business beard. I think that any size beard is a business. I am literally a business owner and I have a long beard. I know many others. Nick from Dr. Nick's has an even longer beard than mine. And he's a business owner. So I do have to say I don't like the term business beard. I If you're saying like a shorter beard, we'll go with that one. Uh, to what Dan has while working in an investment banker situation, how do you let it grow and keep it professional? Gaming with the boy, okay, when going from a business beard, okay, yeah. I genuinely believe it all comes down to your styling. Pretty much the same concept of today's video. As long as you are purposeful and people see your beard and they know, hey, this guy cares about his hygiene, this guy takes care of himself, that is a business beard. So just be dialed in, just be focused on what your beard looks like, and I think you're good. Gaming with the boy, I had the honor of being the keynote speaker at a recent meeting of the Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, which is where Flint is in Michigan, a very large county as far as business goes. We have big cities in there that do really well with like GM and all these things. I got to speak to over 200 business owners and CEOs, and I was the business speaker. I was able to talk about income and revenue and profit and added value and all of these different things that had to do with business. And I had my beard like it was, right? I genuinely believe that perceived bias of a beard is not professional or a beard is not business has gone away. Not is going away. Let me say that again. I believe it has gone away. I have been in I've had meetings with Target. I've had meetings with Rite Aid, with Walmart, with Kroger. I've literally had these meetings and I've never once felt like my beard has impacted me in any way. Yep, any way. Just make sure you are purposeful. If people walk away and say that dude is stylish and cares about his look, he'll be fine. And Grateful Beard said, I think that you dress well, groom well. Your beard is a business beard at any length. I agree. I truly, truly agree. He says, I just feel like some people think it's tacky, especially in financial situations, but could just be in my head. I do think it's in your head. And I will say, I referenced Nick earlier. Nick owns and this is the owner of Dr. Nick's. He owns a very large cybersecurity company. Let me tell you some of his clients. Chase Bank. That one I know because it was just recently, just recently. He works with a lot of financial institutes and they don't care one bit. Yeah, they do not care one bit. Yep. And Leo says, purposeful, intentional are good descriptions for a beard that will stand up in a business. Yep, there's no doubt about it. G Squared said, there are probably more guys with beards at my work than not. My company is incredible and never has restricted it. Yeah, I don't think it's going away. If I pended a company that I would hire someone who is most qualified. Yeah, absolutely. I work for Chase. Hey, Gaming with the Boy, I'm not kidding you. Nick literally protects that company's cyber world. And he's said their name on stream before, so I'm not giving away anything private. He literally protects Chase Bank. So that's hilarious. That is so funny. The one that I answered, man. And yeah, Bobby, I got you. If he owned a company. Exactly. Yep. Do you know how long? Nick's beard is probably about 16 inches, I would guess. Maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I would say from the bottom of his lip down about 16 inches is where it would be at right now. Yeah, I would say so. Here's Donald. He says, I'm an SVP in a large real estate company responsible for $21 million in budget. Let's go, Donald. Big boss right there. My talent is what they want. They don't care about my beard as long as it's kept. And I do think that last line is important, as long as it's kept. Warren said, I've given tours for the company I work for to multi-million-dollar companies. I'm tatted and bearded. The stigma is pretty much gone nowadays. I agree. JP says, been with my company for 4 years, shaved my beard the first day to look professional, walked into the room with all the other newbies. 85% of the guys had facial hair, haven't shaved since. There you go. Is yours the longest you want it, or do you want it longer? I don't have any goals, Robert. I literally want my beard to look good along the journey. And right now, I think my beard looks good. And so I just keep growing and styling. If I get to a point where I believe my beard doesn't look good, then I adjust and I make the trim. Even if top client facing you guys, even in top even in top client facing cases, you guys still think it's okay? Yes, literally. And I would say this too. Gaming with the boy, you're in here, so you clearly care about your beard. You clearly like your beard appearance, right? That's important to you. If you were to shave, would you be able to act fully like yourself? Would you be as confident? Because I know I wouldn't. In my court video today, it got me thinking. If I had to shave for court, I literally would not be able to go in front of that judge or that jury and be able to be as confident or be myself. It would be a hindrance to my personality, to my presence in court. So for you, if you had a beard and you are facing clients, are you going to be more confident with a well-groomed beard that you like and enjoy or not? And so for me, I would highly recommend continuing to rock that beard. Continuing to rock that beard, man. I think it would be an amazing thing. Yeah. And JP says, boy, I work for one of the largest companies in the world, beard on. That's awesome, man. Awesome feedback. Jason said, my last job nobody had a beard after working there 1 year. Almost everyone had a beard of some sort. Yeah, it's changing. And he says, no, but I see a lot of top executives clean shaven, and that's why I'm wondering. You're probably seeing them because they're probably older, right? I do think that there is a generational gap. Now we're talking about averages. Clearly, we have people that are older than me in the chat right now, right? Leo is older than me. Beards are of every age, every variety. But if we were to look statistically, I guarantee there's more long beards per person ratio, if we were to break it down, in my age range than Leo's age range. And that's even with being retired, right? There is a generational change that has happened. If we look at tattoos are more popular now than they were 20 years ago. It's the same thing for beards. And so when you see those positions, they're probably older, right? And if not, they probably have worries. And there's a way to be able to stand out, to be able to make sure that you're still being confident. Yeah, still being confident. And so, yeah, man, you guys got so many questions tonight. This is awesome. This is awesome. Keep them coming, guys. I'll keep starring them. If I miss them, I will go back. All right. And corporate executives over 55 grew up being clean shaven was the norm. Yeah, man, it's true. Yep, it is true. I'm 31, so you're super young. If you're talking about working with huge clients and multi-million-dollar people and businesses, you're super young for that. Yeah, very, very young. John says, us at FedEx, a worldwide company, have a ton of bearded brothers. Yep, no doubt. And I do know what you're saying. The financial world is different than a lot of other worlds. There is a perceived look for bankers, for financial employees. I think that has been broken, though. I really do. As long as your beards are purposeful, I think you're fine. Am I on this episode? I don't know, Alex. If you are on this episode, you got an email back that confirmed that you're on it. If you did not get an email back from me, you're probably not on it. So yes. Allow for men who are passionate about shaving as we are about beards. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely, Leo. No doubt. And Darian said, I was actually anti-beard for me all the way till my son was born nearly 2 years ago. Now I can't imagine shaving. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, for sure. All right, great question there. Great discussion. All right, do you have a recommendation on how lay down the flyaways on my beard? I have a coarse beard. The beard brushes pull my hair too much. Okay, so if your beard is long at all, the brush is just going to be a styling, finishing touch. It's not going to be something that's really going to make a big difference. Lorinor, LZDP. That's what I'm going to go with. LZDP. Heat is your answer, man. Heat. It sounds like for you, the best fit is going to be a blow dryer and a comb, specifically something like the Chicago comb number 8, so it can go through your coarse beard well. Other than that, if you are using heat and it's still not laying down, you need to either change the oil you're using or change the routine that you're doing. Every single beard on this planet can be tamed with heat. That is not, you guys know all the time I say things like beards are different. There's rules and there's exceptions. No, not to this one. Hair is something that we can break down scientifically, and it goes into this thing called the glass transitional phase. Every hair on a human on this planet If you put it at a certain temperature, it will go into the glass transitional phase, where it goes from the shape that it's in to more pliable. It's like when you heat up glass, right? And you can manipulate glass. The same thing happens for your hair. So you got to dial in that heat routine, and it will make all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. So it really, yeah, it really, really can be dialed in. So that would be my best advice, man. Heat. And then other than that, you got to figure out the other variables. Are you drinking enough water? Because if you're not, it makes it harder to style. Are you using the oil that's right for your hair and for your beard? That makes a big difference. And yes, a key part of this equation, you guys know my saying, heat plus tension equals direction. Heat plus tension. And Bearded B-Dub says, for flyaways, even using heat, I use beard balm and sometimes mustache wax. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want a little finishing touch of adding some wax or balm, that makes a real nice difference. And Christopher says, mine is on the coarse, kinky, wavy side. I use a medium oil, a pick, a blow dryer, and that I aim down my face and smooth out the flyaways. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. All right, great question. Hopefully that helped out. For quality brush, but cheap, like Walmart, is there anything y'all will recommend? So for a brush, gaming with the boy, you just want to get any kind of Boar's bristle brush. Every beard company carries quality ones. Amazon, you can find tons of them. There's not a lot of difference between Boar's bristle brushes. It's hard to get a bad one. If you get a bad one, it's likely fake and has plastic instead of actual real Boar's. And if you get a real one, they're all about the same. I meant heat. Oh, okay. Heated brush. So I will say with this one, guys, a heated brush, as much as anything else in the beard industry, you get what you pay for. There are cheaper options out there that will get the job done, but how long is that device going to last you? How much more time does it add to your routine? I really recommend the AberLite Pro or the AberLite Go 2. They are more expensive, but they are worth it. Worth every single penny. And so I hate recommending cheaper. And you guys know, hey, you want to ask me for a budget oil? Got you. You want to ask me for a budget wash? Got you. Right? You want to ask me for a budget comb? Got you. I was just talking about Boar's bristle brushes. I just literally said they're all about the same. That's like the dirty secret. They're all about the same. There's not a whole lot of difference. For a heated brush, though, AberLite Go 2 or the AberLite Pro. And if you want a different option, Kushel Bar has a good one as well. But man, and here's Beards and Blades. The AberLite Go 2 is amazing. It is. Yeah, it really, really is. It's amazing, man, for sure. If you do it, I'm sure we can get you some suggestions. Okay, so that's something else here. I started out with the Wild Willys heated brush, then upgrade AberLite. Yeah, and the Wild Willys one is fine. It's essentially the Vicacon Axe 2.0. It's fine. But the other ones are just better. Yeah, just better. And Michael says, I love my new Pro. 3 days off use, and it's much better than the $30 option. It really is. Guys, I would tell you otherwise. I would say go get that Boar's brush that's just as cheap, or go get this comb. Heated brush is you get what you pay for. It's just tough. That's a tough one. Yeah. All right. What was that accelerator all about? So I'm assuming that you're talking about the accelerator oil. That is an oil I developed with Alley Cat. It is an oil that has a blend of 2 carriers and 2 essential oils that are clinically proven to give you a chance at improving your beard growth. Now, what specifically does that mean? It gives you a chance to wake up what are called dormant hair follicles. Now, you can have spots on your beard where there's no hair. That can be, you just don't have follicles. You just don't have the genetics. Some people, some cultures, just, they're not keen to growing facial hair. That's not going to make a difference. Unfortunately, it's not going to do anything for you. It's also not going to make your hair grow faster. It is just giving you a chance to go in where you have missing spots that are dormant hair follicles, and it'll get in there, shake the hairs up, and start the growth and give you a chance. If you want to check out the video, it's still up. And as I said, it was developed with Alley Cat, which is no longer a company. And now the exact same product, the exact same blend is with Grindstone Grooming. So if you want to check that one out, that's a great option. There is another option with a growth oil that is really, really good as well. And that's with Dr. Nick's Amazing Man stuff. So you have 2 good options that you can you can go to with that. And yeah, John, it's very similar. The Dr. Nick's growth stimulator oil is different. It's different color, has beta carotene, has a couple of differences there, but it's very, very similar. And again, guys, yeah, it's so there's both. So Grindstone Grooming has the accelerator, which again was originally developed with Alley Cat. And then the Dr. Nick's has the growth serum. They developed it themselves. I actually didn't help with that one. Both are great. It's just truly personal preference. Yep. And Gaming with the Boys says, speaking of dormant hair, is it true that minoxidil is for that, or is it doing more harm than good? That's what minoxidil is for. The reason why I helped develop that oil is there are oils that have a better clinically proven result as compared to minoxidil, which is the active ingredient in Rogaine. So I wanted to give something that was more natural, that wasn't a drug, that gave you a chance to do that, but was more like a beard oil. And so, yes, that is exactly what minoxidil does. And oh man, I'm so sorry, dude. Oh, that is horrible, Ryan. He said, I'm sorry I'm late. I didn't submit. My wife is in the hospital with breathing tubes due to diabetes and kidney failure and a seizure. Goodness, man. Yeah, go be with her, dude. No, unless you want to just take a little break from all of that and stress, obviously you're welcome here. But dude, don't feel any reason to be here, man. You got to go family first there. We got you with those positive thoughts, those vibes, prayers, whatever you guys want to send towards Ryan and his family. Man, that's heartbreaking, dude. But you got that. You got that. And JP, I agree. This is literally my daily combo right now. The Co-Share dryer and the Aberlite Go 2. That is it. Need to get some sleep. All right, Donald, take care, man. Safe sailing tomorrow. Go enjoy that time on the water, dude. Okay, I heard using it for the beard is not a good thing, unless we had a miscommunication. So minoxidil it's hit or miss, man. Yeah, it is hit or miss. It works for some people. It doesn't work for people, and some people have adverse reactions. It's literally, with my sample size, it's about a third of the people. Whoa, it worked. A third of the people didn't do anything. A third of the people, my face burned. I had heart palpitations. I had really bad side effects. Growth serums that I help develop or that I recommend don't have any of those side effects. So, yeah, I would recommend these over that. Christopher says, would the growth oil in theory work on head hair? It's a lot more difficult on head hair because we are battling male pattern baldness. Our beards do not have male pattern baldness. The exact same male testosterone hormone, DHT, makes our beards better, makes our head hair worse. And so you're battling an extra demon when it comes to the head hair. However, I will say the studies that were shown, such as peppermint essential oil, as compared to minoxidil, were studied on men's head hair, not their beards. We don't have a single study on growth of beards. It just doesn't exist. There's not enough money for it yet. Eventually, I think within 10 years, we will have some real clinical studies, but it doesn't exist right now. So I took studies that were from India on men with male pattern baldness, and things like peppermint essential oil did beat minoxidil in those studies. So in theory, it could, but it's much more challenging. Yeah, it's much more challenging at that time. Yep. Heated brush and cold brush only, gang. Love the cold brush too. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Question for the bearded bros that don't want to drop money on silk pillowcase. Does satin have the same benefit? JP, for sure. Silk and satin are very similar. I like both of them. Erica, if she's in here, she's the silk goddess. And there's pros and cons to both. The pros of silk, it is real. It's not made in a lab. It is real. It is from the silkworm. It's the silkworm cocoon. It is antibacterial. There's a bunch of benefits that go with silk as well. And I feel like it's a little bit better for your skin and hair. The benefit of satin, it is a man-made product. It is synthetic. It's made in a lab. The benefit of satin is it's a lot easier to clean. You don't have to really think about washing it. And it basically comes from an oil. Yep. If you're telling me silk or satin, I'm going to tell you silk all day. If you're telling me cotton or satin, it's not even close. It's satin by a mile. So JP, if you're moving from cotton and you're like, I don't know to go silk or satin, silk is the best. Satin will still make a really sizable difference for you. I don't have a problem with satin. Yeah, I don't have a problem with satin. Ken, I taught about the Silk Road in the Han Dynasty. I used the silkworm or the silk butt comment many times. Yeah, many times. Dan, before I forget, what are good beard products that does what a balm would, but aren't balm since you're not used to it daily. Nothing. I don't recommend any alternative products. Some people would say stuff like beard jelly. No, I don't recommend that. Hey, what's up, Ken? Welcome in. I don't recommend that. If you're trying to achieve, right, think about balm. What is balm trying to do? Balm is trying to style and control the beard. If you don't want to use balm, you don't like the feel of balm, you need to achieve it through your styling, not through a product. And so I think that will be will be a nice benefit there. Okay. Got that one. Okay. Same advice from going from business beard. Okay, got it. Perfect. All right, next question. What oil are you using for those biting flies and mosquitoes of the North Woods? If I can get anything with lemongrass, that's a real nice benefit to keeping mosquitoes away. If you can get anything with lemon of eucalyptus oil, they have clinical studies that I believe that's the right one. Yeah, lemon of eucalyptus oil outperforms DEET. It beat it. Straight up beat it. Cedar's another good one. Yep, absolutely. Cedar's a good one. I actually have a video on this. If you look up like Dancy bearded bug repellent or Dancy bearded mosquitoes, you'll find that video, and it will definitely help you out for sure. Nick says I need to get some beard steroids. If you get testosterone injections, TRT, that's like beard steroids. That will help out a lot for sure. All right, awesome guys. Yeah, lemongrass and cedarwood both really help out. Peppermint is supposed to, but I've seen both sides of that peppermint scale, where I've seen peppermint actually attract bugs. So believe it or not, I kind of stay away from peppermint. Yeah. Yep. Did you know termite wood is great? Great for what? I wonder what that is great for. All right, Kyle says, sent you an email the other day. Was only curious if the sun fading my beard color. Kyle, if you sent me an email about this and I did not respond, I didn't get the email. So it either something happened in the delivery or you did not send it to the right email address, because I respond to every email. I'm always pretty much up to date. Oh, for repellent. Okay, yeah. I thought we were talking about beard products. I'm like, I don't know a termite wood for for beard products, but who knows? Maybe it's an idea that's out there. I have a feeling that's a hard time to make that one legal, but who knows? And he says, was only curious if sun fading my beard is okay, considering I have oil in, or do I need to try and prevent it? So sun fading is damage. Anybody that tells you otherwise is wrong. You guys can do a quick Google search and find that out. It is sun damage. It is the least amount of damage that you can probably do to a beard, to any kind of hair. A lot of us can relate to our hair, or some of you when you had hair. Oh, to your hair. That wasn't a shot. Just a little playful fun. To your hair, because people get so sensitive, man. I said a joke the other night, and somebody really took it the wrong way, and I explained to them. I apologized to them, and then I even followed up when they didn't respond to the apology, and they won't even read it. So, guys, please know, I love sarcasm. I love jokes. I love having fun. I don't take shots at anybody. If I had ill intentions of somebody, they would just be blocked. It's as simple as that. I have no problem blocking with people. So if I say a joke about bald and beard and stuff, it's just a joke. It's just lighthearted fun. I'm used to having buddies that we can kind of rib each other, right? You guys on Monday were making fun of my audio lisp. I didn't cry. I didn't leave. I just have fun with it, right? Enjoy it. You guys make fun of me all the time. That's how friends should be, right? That's how family should be, a good, safe place. So please understand, if there's ever a joke or anything like that, there's never ill intentions behind it. If you have to ask about it, please do. I got you. All right. I will absolutely help explain what I meant by anything. So again, if you ever feel like, oh man, Dan is taking shots or anything like that, just ask me. I promise I'm a really nice person. There's nothing that's bad. Yeah, I make exactly, ma'am. I make Ohio jokes all the time, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But Kyle wants to know, is there anything to prevent that? The only thing you can do to prevent sun damage is stay out of the sun more or cover your beard. I wouldn't worry about it. I think you'll be all right. It's not something to stress about or worry about. And yeah, exactly, Game with the Bow. We got to be able to joke. We got to be able to have fun. So that one threw me off. I was really bummed. And they even said that, they took a joke the wrong way, and it wasn't even directed at them. That was the biggest thing. It was just just lighthearted fun. Again, you should be able to joke, is my thoughts. All right. What oil consistency is better in dry and hot versus cold? So here is general. Hey, my best friend. Oh, Shade. Oh, no, man. Shade said, Dana jumped in to say hello to everyone. My best friend's in the hospital. I'm in the waiting room. He's having surgery. His pit bull turned on him. Oh, my gosh. I had it happen to me. Just wanted to let you know, dude, go take care of that friend. Way to be there as a good person, Shade, as I know you are. Nothing but positive vibes and love. Love heading their way, man. Yeah, heading their way. Man, that's horrible. Keep Shade, keep me posted on your buddy, man. Send me some messages. All right. Oil consistency better in dry and hot versus cold. So generally speaking, if you have a dry climate, you want a little thicker oil. If you have a humid climate, you want a thinner oil. That one's pretty universal when we're talking about like averages. Dry equals thicker. Humid equals thinner. That's about as close to a rule as it gets. Hot versus cold, harder to say. It's harder to say. I would more so go with the dry versus cold aspect of it. For me, I can only speak about my climate that I spend the most time in. In Michigan, we have dry, cold winters. So I go thicker when it's cold. We have hot, humid summers. I go thinner when it's hot. So, yeah. Keep busting. Yeah, exactly, John. And I even say I love Ohio. I really do. I chose to spend my birthday in Ohio last year. Yep. Okay. Hopefully that helped out, Joseph. All right. Can you dilute soap or shampoo to use it daily wash if you run out? No. There is no. One of the strongest no's I would ever say, guys, do not add water to any products. Do not dilute water-based products. If the pH is too hot, if you're really good with chemistry, you can get it down with something like a like citric acid, but don't be working with water-based products, you guys. I would not do that. I would actually recommend using like a gentle head hair shampoo in a pinch before you diluting or messing with soap or shampoo. Stay away from that. That can only end up poorly, especially water-based products. Cheers, guys. My first sip of the stream. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Beards and Blades and Hair says, Dr. Nick's beard butter doesn't seem to be doing anything for me. What butter would you recommend that's totally different so I can see if any butter does something? Great question. Yeah, great question here. So, Dr. Nick's has a full-bodied butter. It melts down immediately. It's really, really nice, really, really nourishing. But that's a great question. You're being honest and you're saying that you're being honest and saying like, hey, that doesn't work for me. What can I do? Nope, I got you, Erica. It's still coming. It's in the queue here. I got 12 questions waiting, guys. And I would say on the opposite end of the spectrum from Dr. Nick's, I would recommend let's go with Copper John's or Weatherbeard. I helped make both of those butters from the ground up, and they're both very light. They're the farthest away from full body that you can possibly get here. It's very, 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 very light. So give either one of those a try. You out of here, John? Take care, man. I would go with Copper John's or Weatherbeard. There's a ton of amazing ones. Don't get me wrong. I'm not leaving anybody out, but I want to just kind of narrow in those ones. Copper John's or Weatherbeard, I think, would give you the opposite side of what you're looking for there. That's what I would say on that one. Okay. Here's Erica. Dan, what's best for sunburn, oil or butter? Butter is going to be best there, Erica, and especially if you can find something that has real lavender in it. Our go-to for sunburn is Belle Isle by Detroit Grooming. Yeah, Belle Isle for Detroit Grooming. All right, and Live Beard or G Squared said, what about Live Bearded butter? I actually think it's the most different butter I have. Nick's is my favorite. Live Bearded is very tacky, very thick. It's closer to Dr. Nick's than most others actually. I love Live Bearded, but I don't think their butter is as good as Dr. Nick's. So yeah, I would say that would not be a good comparison one. Oh, and by the way, Leo says, Dan, in summary, base oil thickness on humidity, not temperature. Yes, 100%. Yep, All right. But yeah, I would go with Erica Belle Isle Butter from Detroit Grooming. We use that on sunburn, and it really works. How long do you use the cold brush at once? A couple passes over my beard, so maybe 2-3 minutes, Dynamo. Yeah, that'll be 2 to 3 minutes. Does your beard change color, fade in the sun? Okay, got that one already. All right. Do you recommend adding more butter balm after using heat? I definitely feel it's burning off. You can, Johnny. It's literally personal preference. I do not add anything else after heat, but you can. Yep, totally up to you. Yep. Beard butter is the hardest recipe to perfect. It is. You have to get the ratios of the ingredients correct. You have to get the sourcing of the ingredients correct. Are you going refined? Are you going how refined? Are you going unrefined? And then what about the process of cooling? What about it's tough. I agree entirely. Yep, no doubt. How do you keep your beard looking sharp? I'd love to know your secrets. Well, Adriana, I have an entire channel dedicated to those secrets. Easiest way to start it is just look up Dancy Bearded morning routine and then drink a whole lot of water. That would be my best advice. Yeah, that's what I got. You go camping a lot. This is true north, guys. You go camping a lot here. Man, your questions are still coming. You guys are monsters in a great way. All right. And on many road trips and ventures, have you ever considered making a channel for your family content? Yes, that was actually Sam's dream. I just do not have the ability to do that right now. Vlogging, family, travel content is very difficult. Anybody that does vlogs, shout out to them. I'm not saying this with false humility or trying to be humble or anything. That type of content is so much more difficult than my content. So much more difficult. And I'm sure people would say the opposite. I'm sure there's vloggers that would say, no, dude. You're standing in front of a camera and talking for 12 minutes with zero cuts, one take on knowledge off the top of your head, no notes, no pointers. That's way more difficult. I'm sure there are some people. But for me, dude, vlogging content, family content, travel content is so difficult. So difficult. In the future, when our kids are grown and out of the house, probably. That's probably the next step. But right now, I just don't think it's possible, unfortunately. Even though I would love to, I think people would really enjoy seeing our family adventures. And I think it would be a good example as a father and as a husband of how I conduct myself. I'm very proud of that. And I don't feel like that's arrogant or anything to say. I'm very proud of how I treat my wife and how I treat my children. And so I think that would be really good and helpful content and entertaining content. I just don't have the bandwidth to possibly be able to do that. There's no way right now, at least. Ryan says, hey, Dan, how often do you use oils that contain ostrich oil? I don't have a set amount, but Ryan, I'm reviewing one right now. So I've been using a lot for the last couple weeks, and we'll continue until the review. The review will be not this Friday, but next Friday. And so I would say a couple times a week, mainly at night. That's kind of my go-to for ostrich oil, but I do use it during the day at times as well, especially when I'm testing for a review. Dan, what are 3 free essential things people can do to improve their beard health? Bernsey, very simple. Number 1, drink more water. Almost all of us can do that. Number 2, lower your stress. Almost all of us can do that. And number 3, quality matters. The quality of your beard products, the quality of your beard tools, the quality of your beard routine, the quality of the content that you consume from beards. That's what I would say. Drink more water, lower your stress, and quality matters. I like that. I may even do that. Hey, True North Chris, could you send me an Instagram message right now that says video idea, 3 free beard tips? I like that title. I'm going to go with those ones. And that's a good one too from Ken. That's a really good one from Ken. If you really, really want to improve your beard, hit the gym or work out somewhere. Yeah, that's true. I don't know which one I would take off. Oh, that's true. That's a good one, Ken. All right. Any good beard scents to use around an expecting wife? Some of the ones I like my wife can't tolerate. Unscented or mint. I don't know a single person in the world that is offended by mint. I've never had a clean, fresh mint scent where someone says, "Oh, what is in your beard? Oh, I hate that." So I would say unscented or mint. That's about as safe as it gets. So when I use beard oil, currently your scent from Fable, which smells great, but I found it makes my beard dry even after 2 full dropper tops, but it's still dried out. Any tip? Gaming with the boy, you're not drinking enough water. That would be almost always the case. Yep, almost always the case. Drink more water. I know it sounds like I repeat that. Until you realize it, you guys, it is so unbelievably true. Yep, so unbelievably true. And yeah, gaming with the boy, another good point from Mark here. Maybe that blend isn't working for you. Maybe you need to try another company. Obviously, you know, man, reach out if you want more recommendations, but that's possible as well. Yep, that's possible. And Jeff said, my wife is very picky. She loves lemon and mint scents. Yep, no doubt. And there's good tips coming in too. G Squared said, are you applying to a damp beard? That's big. Gaming says, I will admit I don't drink water. I drink coffee more often. Oh, dude. The level of change you'll experience if you start drinking. Here's the rule, guys. You guys know this. You can say it with me. Half of your body weight, take that number of pounds, cut that number in half, drink that many ounces of water. You will see an absolute unbelievable change. Unbelievable change in your beard. He says, I literally probably have only drank 3 Deer Park bottles of water. Your beard will forever be changed. Your mood, your energy, your skin. The benefits of drinking enough water is massive. Absolutely massive, you guys. And I experience the other side when I don't drink enough on vacation. So, man. The thing is, we can't have water bottles or anything at the desk. I think you'll figure out a routine or a method. They should want you hydrated. They really should at your work. Dan, sorry if you spoke on this, but thoughts on shampoo? Bam, I think you're still in the chat. What do you mean by that? Like head hair shampoo? Love it, need it, use it. Give me more specifics, and then I'll give you a better answer on that one. Hey, Nick, is there any issue with using butter after oil in the morning, then again at night? No, not at all, dude. Yeah, just wash daily and you're good. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. There's a lot of people that do that. Yep. Advice for when a beard dry. Okay, got you, man. Perfect question there. Jamie says, hello, Dan. Which aftershave do you recommend? Chat, help out Jamie. I could not name an aftershave if I needed to right now. I could tell you Old Spice, but I highly doubt that's good, but I really don't know. Which aftershave do you recommend? I shave my head twice a week. Ken, other bald and bearded people, what do you recommend after shaving? Because I don't know. Which oil scent do you recommend from Copper John's? I recommend Sundance, Nightfall, Skipper, or Polies. If I could only recommend one, Jamie, I'm going with Sundance. That would be my my final advice for you there. Sundance. All right. A lot of people look at Ken says, I use beard oil after shaving. Chris from True North says he uses beard oil. There we go. Drinking water is good. Okay, but what habits are the antithesis of drinking water? I.e., what hurts? Oh, what hurts your beard? Being lazy, being stressed, having poor quality tools, not having a beard routine. All of those things are really bad. Really, really bad for your beard. Yep. Yeah, really, really bad. All right, here's bam. Hearing that shampoo is generally bad for hair, that you should use things. Oh, no. That's no. Shampoo's fine. Just get a good quality shampoo. You need to wash your head. Things like apple cider vinegar have a very, 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 very very harsh pH. They can be used on certain cultures of types of beards. They can be used in certain times, but not something that should be on a regular basis. Yep. All right, now my question is the best way to get water that's discreet. I don't know. Again, this is what the chat is here for. If you have help in the chat, let us know on this one. All right, beards, blades, and hair says Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Jelly. That's for that aftershave. Beard oil. All right. A lot of people like this Phoenix Artisan company. And it's fun to say accoutrements. Oh, that's good. That is good. All right. If your hair is short, use beard wash or shampoo. Facts. That's a great one. I have read that the body can only take advantage of about a solo cup of water every half hour. So yeah, bam, that's a good add-on. The best way, and I have talked about this many times, the best way to be able to get the proper hydration is to drink it consistently throughout the day. You should not be chugging before bed. You should not be chugging when you wake up. Consistently throughout the day. That is the best way to process it. Hey, Bill, thanks for stopping in, man. Go get it, sir. Awesome. Okay. I've got some spelling issues tonight. Hey, I have them every night, so you're all right here. Yeah, you're all right. Discreet as a ooh, what about a coffee mug? Yeah, what about a coffee mug? That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. If you work out, yeah. So I drink my most amount of water when I'm at the gym. I'll before like 11 or 10 o'clock in the day, I'll have more than half my gallon done. Yep, absolutely. It just has to become a part of your life. It has to become a part of your day. What's a good beard wash and stuff? Someone who hits the gym daily to keep clean, not to. Oh, dude, so many of them. You can do LCW from Beard Octane. You can do the solid beard wash bar by the Bearded Mac. You can do the daily beard wash from Dr. Nick's. You can do the great wash from Weather Beard, from Copper Johns. Gaming with the Blight. Literally, any of my affiliates are gonna have good quality options for that. Again, message me and I got you. Is blasting cold air bad? No, cold air is great. Great for your skin, great for your hair. Yep, nothing wrong with that at all. Yep. Yeah, dude, he's been killing it with the questions, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's what we're here for. All right, guys, we're going to continue on with the advice. If we have more just burning questions, then I'll open it back up at the end to see if you guys have some. I do got to get back into Sam at some point, but I'm here with you guys. Yep. Do you recommend the conditioner too? Yeah, gaming, they all have great conditioners as well. Yep, great conditioners as well. Hey, Corey, welcome, dude. All right. Dan B in the place to beat. All right, let's see what we got here. Whew. This is an update I'm sending was fixed by. Number one, Dan C pointed out what I did wrong and the look really didn't suit me, and others said similar things. Hey, advice does not have to be hurtful. It can be helpful. Absolutely. I meant like both use daily. Gaming, I don't recommend conditioner daily. At most every other day, but I don't recommend conditioner daily. Yep. All right. Number two. That's what needed to be done. That was fixable, but it was going to take time. Number three. The lessons I've learned is I should have stepped back and not try to have it look perfect. So true. In reality, nothing in life is perfect because we can all find some faults. Also, this was all possible without doing a complete beard reset. That the road was going to be bumpy for a while, but with time it'd get smoother. I did it thanks to Dan's advice. Got you, my man. And there's always there to lend an ear. I really am, guys. If you ever need something, reach out. I got you. I promise. I truly promise, and I hold my promises. My lesson is for me to let a professional barber I found keep my beard the way that I want and no longer make any attempts of trying to do it myself. 3 strikes, I'm out. And he said, because this time I got lucky. It took 7 months versus doing a couple resets that would put me at stage 0. Yep. So thanks again to Dan for his advice and recommendations. You are a huge asset to the beard community. Thanks also for our friendship. Thank you for the friendship, man. And as Dan says, stay bearded, stay positive. All right, guys. So here's Dan B. And he just wanted to show you it's kind of like Randall earlier. All right, Buffy, take care, man. It's kind of like Randall earlier, where he was saying that, oh no, gaming, you're welcome, man. Dude, you didn't take over the stream. You had great questions. I think they really meant that when they said you had great questions. And as you see here, all I pointed out to Dan was I thought that his goatee was a little bit too narrow for his face shape, for his style. And I would have loved to see it just go a little bit wider and bring a little bit more balance. Remember I said earlier in the stream, guys, I believe balance is one of the biggest aspects of having a good beard style. And so I just thought maybe we don't need to be so worried on having it perfect, right? And having stick straight lines on the side, but let's bring it out a little bit more. And that's just going to kind of box in the face a little bit more. And on the right is what we have now. This is the current. This is the updated one. And I really, 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 really love the right. Much better on the picture on the right. I agree entirely. And so it doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to be something that's styled in. And then a huge lesson, man, a huge lesson that Dan was saying there is he didn't have to shave for this one. Yep, it didn't have to shave. You can go from here to here by riding it out. Don't restart, you guys. Unless there's real, actual damage, you don't have to restart. And so I really, really love that right side with a really nice difference. And man, he asked for advice. And that's the thing with me, guys. I do have to say this too. I say it all the time, but it's true. If you ask me for advice, I'm going to give you the answer. And oftentimes people will ask me for advice and they're hoping that I'm a yes man, or they're hoping that I'm going to be the fish that they're fishing for with the compliments. And I I really just want to make sure people understand that, because people have been mad. I've lost relationships literally currently where people have asked me advice. I told them it's real advice. It's real good advice. And they didn't want to hear it. So if you want advice, I will give it to you. If you're Dan B on the left there and you say, hey, man, give me advice on my beard or on my goatee, I'm going to say, hey, I think it should be a little bit wider to box in your face a little bit more. Now, some people would take offense to that. Some people would not be happy with that. Dan said, you know what? You're right. Let me adjust. Let me go. And he went with it. So just know that if you ask for advice, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you politely too. I'm not like blunt. I'm not brash. I'm going to tell you politely, but I'm going to give you the real advice. And so Dan B crushed it here, man. Thank you so much for sending back in, Dan. I got to meet Dan. I got to hang out with Dan. Just such a good dude, man. Just such a good dude. I really, really appreciate his friendship and what he adds to the community as well. And Ken says, nobody needs a yes, man. Always appreciate your advice. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yep, no doubt. And Game of the Boy says, wait, what up? Why would you ask advice? People like to be told things they want to hear. That's the best way I could say it. That's just human nature. And Brian says, you confirmed the voice in my head, but I knew in my soul what I needed, and I just needed confirmation. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And I vote for an offense-free community. Yeah, right, an offense-free community for sure. Jeff S. says, I've been growing my beard for a while now. I have a little over 3 years. I can't seem to get much growth to my mustache other than what I have now. Any advice would be appreciated. Also, any constructive criticism on my beard is welcome. Thank you. Stay bearded, stay positive. Love that. Love that, man. All right, so let's see here, guys. He is saying he can't get growth on his mustache, and then just general advice if we have any. Awesome, dude. Hey, number one, Jeff, the growth on your mustache or lack of growth that you're talking about, Heath, yeah, I'm camping right now, my man. The lack of growth on your mustache, I don't really see it. I don't understand what you're talking about. Maybe you're like, oh, it's not as like bushy and as full as Dan's. That's okay. You have a full mustache, dude. I would not worry about that one bit. Advice, keep rocking it. Absolutely keep rocking it. Your beard, dude, I love it. It seems to go with your style really, really well. I truly have no advice for you. If you gave me something specific and if you wanted a drastic change, I got you, man. I'll give you some advice. But right now, there's nothing that's like yelling at me that's like, I got to change this. I got to do this. You want to know why? Because I think that it looks like you. I think that it's stylish. I think that it's amazing. Yeah, classy, hip. Yeah, it's got Rick Rubin vibes. No doubt. It definitely has some Rick Rubin vibes. Yeah, man. He said, yeah, I guess I want it bushy. Just patience, my man. Healthy habits. It'll continue to get better and better. I promise you. But you're doing good. Doing really, really good. I love it. All right, Sean R. I don't have any specific questions, but basically just looking for anything you two might suggest. It's just me. Guys, Sam wasn't able to make it work with the kids and the trailer and camping and stuff, but she will be back next week. I'm right around 3 months, and to me, it seems like I hit a bit of an awkward phase. My natural waviness is starting to show, and I'm just starting to work my beard down and out rather than curling. Oh, man. Sean watches this channel. We can tell right here. Let me go back. One of the biggest parts of a beard is growing from when it's curving and wrapping to your face to growing it out and down. That's big. Yep, that is big, man. And then here's this beard, but to pop back, I'm not too worried about the flyaways right now since it's 100 degrees and humid here in Kansas. Dude, I hear you. Anyway, I love you guys in this community. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at this beard here. Oh, baby, look at that color. Look at that shape. Look at that style. Dude, it looks great. keep playing with this part where you're going from where it's wrapping to the face to out. It looks great. The only thing I noticed, and this is not a big deal whatsoever, but there is a little wave right here. If that bothers you, get a round brush and a blow dryer. And instead of going down like you normally would with a round brush, grab the hair, twist away from your face. It is starting to rain in case you guys hear anything. Twist away from your face and then blast it with heat. That's going to dial it in. But other than that, dude, again, I can tell that your beard watches this channel and you as well. You have the angle from the corner of your mouth to the sideburns. Killed it. You've got the straight hair on the side here. You've got the beard working out here. Amazing. I can see that wave over here too. That would be the only bit of advice I would give you is grab that round brush, grab the hair, curl away, and blast it with heat. Looks awesome, dude. Thick mustache too. You're killing it, man. 3 months in. Whoo! Goodness. All right, Tyler J. I know you featured me in a Wednesday stream, but I want to give an update and refine my goals. Overall, health of my beard is very important. Overall, I would like a 10 to 12 inch beard, similar to mine, as long as it is healthy and I feel confident. Hey, same here, dude. Keeping a daily beard routine is also a goal. This can be tough, as I know mine and everyone's life can be full of unexpected challenges. Tough, but absolutely possible. Yeah, tough, but absolutely possible. Problem, I'm not having too many problems, as keeping a nice routine helps. One thing I can say is that with so many good beard product companies, it's hard not to buy everything everyone has. They sound good. Absolutely, dude. Make a priority list and make sure you budget yourself. I also want to thank Dan for the great content and beard advice. My beard has never felt, looked, or smelled so good. I owe my beard health to you, Dan C. Dude, that's awesome to hear. That's awesome, man. Thank you. And let me star this here. Okay, let me pop back. And I also want to thank you for showing me how a beard can help with my mental health as well. I had lost myself, but having a beard I can be proud of, has increased my confidence and patience. Wow. All right, guys, let's read this line again here real quick, because this is unbelievably important to me. Unbelievably important to me. And this says right here, I also want to thank you. And this is not, I think this is a like biblical you, as in like the community and Sam and the chat and every other content creator, not just me singularly. I also want to thank you for showing me how a beard can help with mental health as well. I had lost myself, but having a beard I can be proud of has increased my confidence and patience. Dude, so true. All right, Robert, take care, man. Thank you for hanging out for so long. That line is massive. Massive. And thank you for saying that. Thank you for showing others. It's something that we don't talk about enough as men, even though I think it's getting talked about more and more and more. I believe that is so important. He had lost himself, but having a beard he can be proud of has increased his confidence and patience. Same the heck here. I am confident because of my beard. I have grown and learned patience because of my beard. Literally the same, dude. That hits me to the soul. My beard has also helped me in other ways. It has been a daily reminder to stay positive, facts, and treat others with kindness, and overall handle life with compassion. I can't thank you enough, as finding your channel has been life moving. Dude, that's amazing, man. That is amazing. Freaking love this. You don't know how much that's meant to me. And this right here, guys, is Dynamite, aka Dynamo, as I call him. Man, that's a heavy, unbelievable one. I've already screenshotted this. I've already saved it. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot, man. That means a lot there, dude. So thank you. All right, let's go ahead and see the pictures of the beard here. Dude, you should be confident. You should be happy with that. Look at that, guys. He said he lost himself, but this helped him. Absolutely amazing. You killed it, dude. Absolutely killed it. And Gary, I got you here too. Gary says, geared 2 weeks from today, y'all. Should I send in my pictures? Yes. Gary, yes. Please, man. It would be an honor for you to send in and for us to give you advice on what to do with your beard. That would be amazing. Please do, man. He said, all right, I'm going to do it, y'all. Appreciate the feedback. I trust my barber, but I have no idea really as... Yes. That's why we have this show, Gary, right there. Please do. That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. How the beard... John says, anybody know how Bulldog Beard shop? So Bulldog has an okay oil. Their other products are pretty bad, unfortunately. All right, Tyler, advice on your beard here. Not much, man. Not much. The only thing that I would say that an area, we have very similar beards. Your texture seems almost identical to mine. Only thing I would say to dial in that's a constant problem for me is up by the ears up here. Maybe a slight trim right on this section. Just scissors, dude. Just a slight little scissor trim. Those are scissors, by the way. You guys can make fun of me. It's okay. For the scissors right there. And then really, if you are using heat, focus heat on this section. If you want to look up, and Doug might be able to help us out. If you want to look up my video that if you just search blow dryer and heated brush, Dancy Bearded, you'll find one where I'm demonstrating, not holding them up, but demonstrating. My truck shut off again. And I demonstrate those. That will show you exactly how I get my sideburns. I take that heated brush forward towards my cheeks, and then I go back down as we go down more. But that would be the only place that I would go with this one. Ken is trying to get me to stay up late tonight. A pair of scissors or single scissors. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. But Tyler, man, your beard looks absolutely freaking phenomenal. I would just kind of focus in on that area. It looks great. My 6-year-old just came in. Awesome. What's going on, 6-year-old? And hey, that is it, you guys. That is what we got for the show tonight. Hey, if you want to be on the show next week, send in to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. I will respond to you. You will be on the show. Give us a write-up. Give us a couple angles of your beard, and we will help you out. Doug, you're amazing, man. Thank you. Doug, one thing I'm excited about for the school year starting, I know you're bummed being a teacher going back, but what I'm excited about is a little bit more of a regular schedule and routine, and that means I'll get to be able to see you more. We'll get to see the dudes and do beat-ups more. So just know that I'm excited for more of a calming life and schedule just to be able to hang out more. I'm ready for some beat-ups, man. I know you are too. I would assume. I don't want to put that in your head. All right. If you guys have any last burning questions you got to ask right now, drop those and I'll be able to help. You need a full 360 of it or what exactly? It depends on the advice. If you're asking for advice on the side, make sure you show the side. If you're asking for advice underneath, show underneath. So just make sure it's relative to what you're asking for advice on. JP says, thank you for top-notch stream while camping. Thank you for your family. Thank you, man. Yeah. This is 3 days in a row I stream on vacation. Monday night, Tuesday day, and then Wednesday night. And I'm happy to do so, man. And so thank you for saying thank you to my family because Sam does sacrifice. If you guys don't ever think about that, she loves hanging out with me. She loves having me in bed in our night routine of watching Kara and Nate and just relaxing. When I do streams, I'm not able to be there with her. And I do miss that too, but I do love hanging out with you guys. So thank you for thinking of the family. Thank you for saying that to Sam. Everyone always thanks me. Everyone always talks about my commitment. Sam deals with that same commitment. She has to have me leave. She has to have me work. She has to pick up slack with the kids. So shout out to my wife, Sam. She's probably sleeping right now. Probably doesn't hear this. I'm not saying this for her to hear, but thank you for you guys that think of her and that acknowledge her because she sacrifices a lot too. She really does. The next Beat-Ups meetup I'm attempt. Cool, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll get the word out there. Yep, you know that. What's the best way to exfoliate under the beard? Daniel, you want to get a Chicago comb and rake the skin with that comb or get a beard scrubber, those silicone ones. I like the one from Toiletries. That's the one I use every day. But there's a bunch of great ones out there. Luxurious has a good one. Jeff, we will be back home Sunday evening. So I will be home for Monday's stream. Yep. Sam is missed. I agree, man. I wish she was here too, but she'll be back next week. She will be back next week. Yep, no doubt about it. No doubt. And here's a burning question, guys. What is the meaning of life? Meaning of life for me is doing what you want with the people you would like to do that with. Boom. All right. Burning question. A good beard butter that helps you sleep and does benefit of what the butter's supposed to do. Downshift from Beard Octane. Belle Isle from Detroit Grooming. Sleepwalker from the Bearded Mac. Those are the three that come to mind first. Downshift, Beard Octane, Belle Isle, Detroit Grooming, and Sleepwalker by the Bearded Mac. Poop knife? I've never actually used a poop knife, for the record, guys. I've owned many. I've given away many. Ken in the chat right now has the only Dancy Bearded signed poop knife, but I've never actually used one. So no, I did not bring it. I did not bring it with me. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here to get back to my lovely wife and family. Message me if you guys need any advice. Message me if you need anything. Review on Friday. Video on Sunday. Woo, let's go, baby. And actually, my video on Sunday is going to pique Ken's interest and some of you out there. It has to do with something related to the gym and working out. It has to do with something related to the gym and working out. Michael, thank you, sir. I appreciate you, buddy. Are they in the store, Dan? Chicago combs? They're in the Chicago comb store. Yep. Another brilliant question. Can you explain the Chicago comb? Yeah, it's carbon fiber. It's waterproof. It is heat resistant. It will last you forever. It is hand polished and will not damage your beard. It's nice. As a wise man once said, very nice. All right, guys. Man, appreciate you all. Other than that, get a hold of me if you need anything. I'm out of here. My name is Dancy Bearded. I hope that you guys stay bearded.